You are welcome to our channel. Don't forget to like, to share, and to subscribe. In the news today, Lamidi Apapa announces takeover as Labour Party chairman. Alhaji Bashiru Lamidi Apapa has declared himself as the acting national chairman of the Labour Party, citing a recent Supreme Court ruling as justification for his takeover. Addressing journalists at a press conference in Abuja on Wednesday, Apapa cited the Supreme Court judgment delivered on April 4, 2025 in appeal number CA/ABJ/CB/1217/2024 and suit number FHC/ABJ/CS/1271/2024, which he claims validates his position. According to him, the Apex Court ruling invalidates all decisions and actions taken by Barrister Julius Abure since April 4, 2023. The Supreme Court lambasted the two lower courts for exceeding their jurisdiction, Apapa said during the briefing. They rightly noted that issues regarding the internal leadership of a political party are non-justiciable and outside the jurisdiction of the courts, relying on Article 14, subsection 2, subsection A and B of the Labour Party Constitution. Apapa asserted that as the most senior deputy national chairman, he is now constitutionally empowered to assume leadership in an acting capacity. Alongside his announcement, he named Alhaji Farouk Umar Ibrahim as the acting national secretary of the party. Apapa also revealed that the National Working Committee (NWC), as constituted in 2022, will convene on Monday, April 14, 2025. At the top of the agenda is a new strategic roadmap for the party, including plans to zone the national chairmanship to the north and the secretary position to the south. We are also taking proactive steps to resuscitate the moribund board of trustees and make it functional again. The time has come for real internal democracy and inclusion in our great party, Apapa declared. He disclosed that preparations are underway for fresh congresses at all levels, wards, local governments, state and national, aimed at reestablishing grassroots participation and internal legitimacy. According to him, only financial members will be eligible to vote or contest. It should be recalled that a separate faction loyal to 2023 presidential candidate Peter Obi and Abia State Governor Alex Otti convened a national executive meeting earlier today. The problem in Labour Party seems not to be coming to an end very soon. In fact, the end is not in immediate sight, looking at the fact that the constitution as it's been constructed, has given some powers and allowed some loopholes in which so many factions are trying to usurp or take advantage, like the Apapa faction now saying as the national deputy chairman, if the Supreme Court has had to sack the national chairman, he will step in. But I don't know whether the Supreme Court has sacked every of the cabinet. We still need to see the details of the Supreme Court judgment. But knowing fully well that the faction of Peter Obi and then Alex Otti has decided to pick a Nenadi Usman as a national acting chairman, and they have decided to visit INEC in order to register this new development. In lieu of that, there is another one coming now, that the deputy Apapa has decided to take over the leadership of the party according to the constitution. That's the constitution of Labour Party. But then I just want to ask a germane question. Is the Peter Obi faction not understanding what their constitution says, or is it that their Apapa faction is not outrightly recognized in that party? Are we saying Apapa is a deputy to Abure, or is there's another way around entirely? There is another faction in which Apapa is claiming deputy, not for Abure, because we really need to have a clear understanding of what is going on. And as long as situations are like this in Labour Party, it's going to affect them going forward, even as 2027 election is coming, though very far away. But if they don't put their house in order, and this feud and inconsistencies and lack of cohesion follow them through even into the coming general election, of course we will know the result already. They are going to have a lot of problem. Anyway, we saw it when the Apapa faction began to have issues with the Abure faction then. Though the Abure faction was enjoying the support of Peter Obi and the likes of Alex Otti then, but at the end of the day, it affected the outcome of the presidential election, which Peter became a distant third, even to the incumbent in the election race. But in this situation, if they did not nip this Apapa matter in the bud, they are still going to have another issue, another problem, which to a large extent will give the same result that we saw in 2023, and we are not willing that such should befall, of course, the Labour Party. But well, as a political party, it is left for them to mend fences, extend olive branch, and call everyone into one in house and sit down together to solve the matter. So we're looking at the riddle whether it's going to be a continuous back and forth between the Alhaji Bashiru and Lamidi Apapa faction and the in quote now Nanedi Usman faction, Nenadi. And I think if there's going to be any progress in Labour Party, they need to solve this one. It's very, very important, because this Lamidi Apapa, declaring himself as an acting national chairman of Labour Party and holding on to the recent Supreme Court ruling as justification to his takeover, to a large extent, they really need to give it a consideration. If at all they don't want Lamidi Apapa to become the acting chairman, why can't they come together and call him and speak with him? They are all party men representing Labour, and they have their other arms, the other organs, who are into the affairs of workers and the likes, that are separate from the political party, and they should come together and begin to give a cohesion, and then let Nigerians see how serious they are, because they have a lot of work to do, even to correct the errors they had in 2023, in order for them to have a better chance in 2027. But if they are adding salt into injury, like in this matter, they like this, that more problems are coming while they have left the previous one unsolved, of course failure will be the result at the end of the day. But Peter Obi, as of course a rallying point for Labour Party, should go a long way to make sure that the fences are mended and things are properly done, put in right perspective, make people happy, and then let all those who have one situation against each other come around and solve the whole matter. And that is what can make the party to move forward. Remember to share, to also like, and please subscribe to our channel. Thank you.